Hey everyone, this is Chris Miller, the co-creator of the Chronicles of Piye, along with Richard Gaskin. And today I'm going to be talking about some of the creature designs for the Chronicles of Piye game. Now, of course, we have a lot of the different enemies that I've shown you guys already, the human enemies. And you had the mercenaries, some of the monsters from the cavern, and also the chosen soldiers. But I wanted to show you guys some of the creatures as well. And these are semi-based off of, at least this one anyway, is semi-based off of the character that, or the monsters that we're going to have for the second volume of the Chronicles of Piye. And I won't give away too much of the script or the scene or whatever, but I just wanted to, maybe preview some of the monsters from the second part that the main bad guys like Tosca and the other members of the Chosen use as either guard dogs, or I guess you'd say attack dogs for themselves when they're attacking the city. And like I said, the creature design is just something that I always like doing. I like doing monsters, but the thing for me for designing these creatures was to kind of keep it simple, because we're doing very simple sprites, and because we're doing a mobile game, the sprites are going to be very small. So as always, like I talk about all the time, I want the design to be simple, but also easily recognizable. So you can see it on the screen, you know something's coming at you, and you also know that it's... you can easily see the silhouette of the creature very easily and know what it is that's coming towards you, and know that it's something that's dangerous. And for this one, I wanted to do a creature that's... didn't want to just do 4 legs. I decided to do 6 legs. That might be a little bit of a pain in the butt to animate, but like I said, since it's a sprite, it's not a full-on animation for a cartoon. It won't be that big of a deal. So yeah, this creature is called I think it's called the Kadingwe. And what I've done for the names is I've just combined different African names for different types of animals. So this one is kind of half leopard, half cheetah, half lizard, just a combo animal, and just something different for the game as well. My rationale maybe is that I didn't want to just use a regular animal. I didn't just want to use like a hyena. When I did the original designs, I think I just used regular animals, but now I'm just kind of thinking about it, like why do I have to use regular animals? Since this is a fantasy series first and foremost, and it also took place in ancient times, you can also almost say that these creatures existed in ancient times, they just don't exist anymore. Maybe they either bred themselves out or just never survived the evolution. So that's my understanding of it. Or you can kind of think of them as creatures from the void, maybe from the other side, since the Chosen are there to open up doors to different dimensions, since that's what they're all about. And you got characters like Shemzu, who's a demon himself. Maybe he's helped bring some of these creatures over from the other side to fight and to kill the Nubians. So yeah, here's one of the creatures, and like I said, you'll be seeing his colored version in a minute. Like I said, I wanted to do something different, make him like kind of a lizard slash hyena slash leopard type character. And you'll see, yeah, this is the colored version. I decided not to have so many spots, just kind of a few spots on the back. And the main thing is his speed, and his tail's going to be moving, and of course the legs and the mouth. So that's his main way of attack. The next one is going to be for the underground tomb slash cavern area, and I wanted to make a creature that kind of looked like it would live in a cavern. So it kind of has its bat-like qualities. So I want to do kind of a bat-like creature, but not really a bat. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a flying type rodent, but also the face, I wanted to give it more of a monkey slash humanoid quality. Like I looked at some different skulls from different types of monkeys, and I added that into the design, so it kind of has that weird hybrid look of like maybe a bat or a monkey. And the original sketch, you can kind of see it. It's kind of faded here in the thumbnail. The original thumbnail kind of had him with arms like a monkey. But I decided to later on to just do away with that and just put some weird looking wings. And even the wing designs here are wound up changing a little bit towards the last part of the design, because I didn't want to, like I said, I just didn't want to do the typical bat or dragon type wings. I'm just so much into trying to do something different and maybe make something look so weird and so strange. You're wondering like where the heck did something like that even come from? So I didn't want to do typical stuff, and also, like I said, to make the sprite itself look unique, I want the designs to be as unique as possible. But like I said, this character is kind of like a subterranean bat slash monkey type creature, and you can see excuse me, I'm going to give him kind of a tail that looks sort of lethal, almost like a scorpion type tail, and get rid of the because before he had a tail that had like just fur on it or whatever, and I'm going to get rid of that and do something different. So you'll see it in the final design for this creature. And of course his eyes are very large because he can't really see in the dark, you know, down there in the caverns. He can't really see, so those creatures, usually their eyes evolve to be very large so they can see around and see what they want to eat. And also, like I said, I think this is the only flying type creature in the game, so there's no character is flying around, so I wanted to do something different, a different type of sprite that's not just locked to the ground, just to change it up or whatever and have something a little bit more dynamic. So yes, here you go, creature that flies. Like I said, I decided to change his wings to more, this is not how you would draw a typical bat wing. This is more of a, I'm thinking of more of just like spines with some sort of flesh in between them to kind of catch air a little bit. So maybe he kind of glides a little bit, and those wings of his, those claws, can be kind of deadly as well. He can stick them in you. So yeah, here's the colored version of this character. Yeah. And like I said, I just combined different African names for like monkey and bat. And, you know, like he has like a deadly scorpion type tail that paralyzes his enemy. Next one is the Faralobe, or Faralobe. Sorry, I mispronounced it. I mispronounced my own name. I made it up and I'm mispronouncing it. But this creature is going to be a little bit bigger, and bigger than the other two creatures, and is more of a rhino slash warthog slash armadillo. So he kind of has his armor plated. He's a little bit harder to kill than the other ones, and he sort of just charges at you like, you know, any type of raging beast. Just very, very strong, very heavily armored, and just trying to crush you and run you down. And I'm thinking one of this character is probably going to be, this creature is going to be more towards something that the Chosen have sort of bred themselves. Because like I said, they're into that whole rhino charging animal motif. So this is definitely going to be something that they would want to breed and keep for themselves as an attack animal. And they use it when they're, you know, taking villages or taking other kingdoms by siege. They use these types of creatures to, you know, knock down doors or run over enemies and whatnot. So you kind of see he has a little bit of similarities to if you remember the Chosen Captain, who had that big bulky armor. This creature is kind of the same way, where he's, like I say, not as fast as the other ones, definitely not as limber, but he's built like a tank and could easily charge you and run you down and stomp you. And I wanted to give him some different qualities as well. Like I said, it's not just your regular animal. So like I said, I combined some things from a rhino, some things from like a dinosaur, like you look at like a triceratops. I can use some things, some tusks and stuff like that from warthogs. And also the eyes, I decided to give him spider eyes just to something different. Like I said, he has the ridges and plates on his back that kind of protects him when he's charging that stuff, because he just runs that stuff head first. And here you can see the the way the character looks. And yes, that is the final creature design. That's it. I wanted to do something different as always, and like I said, we will be back with more design work for the Chronicles of Piye game as time goes on during this year, and showing you more some backgrounds and some animation. Anyway, Chris Miller signing out. Peace.